AI and automation are changing the job market fast. It's all the headlines when it comes to work. I'm sure everyone has done a Google search. Will AI take my job? What are the in-demand jobs? But have you ever thought about the skills needed? Here are 3 skills every worker should know, regardless of their industry or their sector. Hi, my name is Dr. April Barrage. I'm an economist where I make innovation and tech policy clear, accessible, and attainable. Number 1, digital literacy. Digital literacy is going to be very important in terms of understanding the AI tools that are being used in your sector, in your industry, and understanding how to analyze the data for that. That's going to be extremely important because AI is going to be used to complement the skills that you have, and it's going to require an understanding of how the AI tools are working, how the algorithm is developed for that particular task or role or sector that you're in, and what does the data output, what does that mean, and how is that going to complement the skills that you have. So it's important for you to stay up to date with the current AI tools for the positions that you're in or interested in. So there are tons of ways that you can do this, and you could start off simply by going to YouTube and typing in current AI tools for that particular position. This will help you stand apart from other people who may be applying for these jobs or who are in these spaces that may not have digital literacy for this. Number 2, it's what we call in economics abstract skills. So abstract skills are skills that aren't dealing with manual or routine labor. So it's dealing with creativity. So creativity and empathy. So having emotional intelligence, being very creative, whether you are on the manual side where vocational trades are about to explode, especially in terms of additive manufacturing, welders, electrician, plumbers, those are going to be extremely important. And that is a skill that requires some type of creativity, where there are going to be AI tools that will assess what the problem is when you're dealing with fixing a home. If you are, let's say, a plumber, you still need you need human logic with that and some type of emotional intelligence to determine the best way to solve that. And then if you're more so on the service side, for example, if you are interested in understanding human behavior is going to be very important and how to respond to that. So are you good at speaking? How are your communication skills? Do you understand human empathy? This is going to be very important because AI is a reasoning and a logic tool. It cannot replace human empathy or human creativity. What we know in kind of the business world, they're defined as these soft skills. So are you a good leader? Or can you detect if someone's going to be a good worker or not? So roles in human resources are going to be extremely important. So whatever you're interested in, make sure that you're developing the complementary soft skills that someone can't necessarily get by reading a book. Even if you take out the time, don't make everything so technical. Even in your personal time, start painting. Start using that other side of your brain to help you become more creative, even if it has nothing to do with your current role, because you just want to start developing that side of the brain. And lastly, adaptability. You have to be able to adapt in this world where there's AI and automation and robots that are coming. And it's predicted that by 2030, there's going to be this big technological shift. And we know whenever there's a big technological shift, there are going to be jobs that are going to be eliminated. But then there's going to be this whole idea of these brand new jobs that we haven't seen before. So if we just think about 50 years ago, most of the jobs that we have today were not in existence because 50 years ago, the internet wasn't widely accessible and they were still testing things out. That's going to be the same thing with AI and automation. So for example, we're already seeing in 2025 how entry-level positions in software engineering, and if you are in the accounting or the finance role, entry-level positions, there are not as many of them because these are routine tasks something that AI can do. However, if you are interested in example for coding, social science, and the human behavior aspects for that. So think about telling someone who's young, or even if you want to go back to school at any age, if you're interested in computer science, look for programs that offer what's known as computational social science. So you're combining the skills of computer science, if you like to code, so you understand software engineering, but then you're also being trained as a social science. No longer is being this technical guru going to be as, life-changing as it was. So it's good to understand human behavior. So being adaptable, so becoming more interdisciplinary, regardless of what field you're in, is going to be extremely important and what's going to set you apart. So this is what is needed no matter what field you're in, no matter what you're gifted in. These 3 skills are going to be very, very important. So it's digital literacy, so understanding the AI tools and how to analyze data for whatever position that you're in. Number 2, having these what economists call abstract skills, which you hear in the business world, these soft skills. So being creative, having empathy, having emotional intelligence, being able to problem solve from a human perspective. And then number 3, being adaptable, becoming more interdisciplinary, and not just relying on like these routine positions, and combining technical skills with these creative skills and interdisciplinary skills. So interdisciplinary is extremely important. And thank you so much for listening today. This was about how AI and automation is better to start developing these skills now, whatever you feel that you're interested in. And you could simply start off by going on YouTube and reading books to understand the direction that your industry is going with AI. And thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys later.